Hello, Internet. This is not very long after I finished, or after I stopped recording the previous video. Um, I made a bunch of white concrete, this much. Um, and now I'm putting in the ceiling, putting it in from above. I feel like that's easier than pillar jumping a lot. I actually don't know what this looks like. The smooth quartz next to the white concrete. I don't know what that looks like from the outside. Also, I should sleep because it'll turn off the rain. That's just a shulker full of concrete. I actually think I forgot to make the last four. Oops, didn't mean to do that. The last four pieces of concrete powder. Alright, the rain should stop. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, clearly there's a seam there, but it's not as bad as when it was stone. Oops. Well, I guess I do need to lock that in, but I feel like I should be seeing more smooth stone than this. Unless it fell outside for some reason. No, that doesn't seem to be the case. I showed you that pattern in at the tail end of the last video. So in other words, to me, it's like 20 minutes ago. Oops. I showed there's a weird pattern in the roof, and I have a suspicion that once I finish placing this ceiling in, that pattern will disappear. spider. Weird that when zombies attack me like that, they catch me on fire. But not spiders. Suppose I could set up another scaffolding at the other end. I'm feeling like I may have miscounted that 20 stacks of concrete won't be enough. I don't want to light this up, the ceiling, because those are slabs, and you know, as you can see, the sun is showing through a little bit. That any light I put inside will also show up a little bit from the outside. In the 1.7 world, one of my early builds was a city hall. Not very much like the one that's over there. It's mostly out of polished andesite, polished granite. I don't remember a diorite in there, but there's probably diorite too. And anyway, the ceiling's made out of slabs like that one is. And it glows a little bit. Especially noticeable because there's a abandoned build, not right above it, but near enough that you can look down upon the city hall from there. If you didn't see that video, it's the abandoned build was inspired by the space station on Deep Space Nine. But at that time, scaffolding wasn't a thing. And while I was able to do, you know, I wanted to tilt it a little bit, tilt the station. And the part that tilted up from the central axis, I could do in without scaffolding. But then the rest of it, and this is just powder. I goofed there and didn't turn this all into concrete or into solid concrete. But anyway, without scaffolding being a thing, I couldn't figure out how to go angle down with the outside round part of the build.
Huh?
I already checked him. The only thing interesting that he's got to trade is some of the yellow coral. And I don't have very much of that. Maybe I have none of that. But I don't feel like it's worth spending emeralds on when I can go get some pretty simply. If I do have any coral, it's probably in that room full of organics. Interesting, the pattern in the roof is different than it was last time I looked. These little whatevers were there before, but the solid white part didn't go all the way to the outside. The bottom 4, 5, 6 rows of slabs were darker. If you've never turned concrete powder into concrete this way, it's really efficient. About the only way I could think of to make it more efficient would be an automated setup to actually place the powder. And that's doable. You set up a dispenser system, which or dropper system, doesn't matter, which continually drops, places powder concrete as long as there's something in the dropper. Wouldn't be very much faster than doing it this way. And you'd still have to hand cut the concrete. This still might not be enough concrete to get all the way across the ceiling, but it occurred to me while I was making the first 16 stacks of concrete that there's some in the storage area. Wonder why there's a few, well, from this angle you don't see them. A few odd spots on top of the kelp farm. Offhand, I guess Enderman put stuff. That's something that happens occasionally, and I don't know if it's just because of the server. I don't have great comms to the server. Decent, but not great. Or if it's just the computer trying to catch up with. Well, now it's not 100 blocks falling, but a bunch. All right, there's 4 stacks. Whatever the next build is probably going right over that hill. Impinging into a desert biome. Impinging might not be the best word there, but... Yeah, I'm going to need more concrete. So I'll use this up and then go see how much is under the house. Boy, my calculating has been bad. You know, I thought I'd have plenty of quartz to do all 16 of the, no, all 12 of the pillars I needed. And apparently it wasn't so. The reason I should have some white concrete in the storage is because I used a lot of it to build the storage. The ceilings in the whole storage area are white. This is quartz. But that's white concrete. That's white concrete. Well, I guess I had less than I thought. Well, we'll see if that's enough. Pause for a moment. Alright, coffee refreshed, plus I have some crackers. This noise is the noise of me opening some crackers. No special kind of crackers, just regular old Ritz. They go well with coffee, right? this might be enough, but I'm not optimistic that it is. Yeah, I really don't think this is going to be enough, but it's okay. I can make some more. I have plenty of sand, plenty of gravel, plenty of bone meal. Yeah, I thought I dropped a couple. Oh well. So, 2 stacks of sand, 2 stacks of gravel, and half a stack of bone meal. Which I turn into white dye. All becomes 4 stacks of white concrete powder. Well, that is weird looking, all the sculpture from a distance. I'm not sure how else to do sculpture. It ends up using up some food to do all that jumping. I'm noticing the my axe is quite wounded. Well, there you go. That's why it doesn't have unbreakable. What that drinking noise was, I think it's over here. Wandering traders turn themselves invisible at night. Now, in this biome, mobs mostly don't spawn, so he's probably safe. But it's an interesting way for them to not have to program the wandering trader defending himself or not from monsters. And I think about how in this moat, I spent some time putting some random blocks in the moat to be essentially, like the structure was starting to crumble a little bit. And I'm sure nobody ever sees that. Okay, that drinking noise was just me taking a sip of coffee. I learned something about the James Bond movie that's been in the can for the last 2 years, since before the pandemic panic started. Was finally released this weekend. And I knew that one of the things about the movie was James Bond sitting in M's office, and there's a knock at the door, and you hear, "Come in, 007." And I assumed, and I think I was meant to assume, that I haven't seen this Bond movie yet, but I assumed that that meant that the new James Bond was a woman, because that's who comes in when he says, "Come in, 007." But what it actually is just James Bond is supposedly retired, and so somebody else got his number while he was retired, which is fine. But if it also kind of means she has to die in the movie so that James Bond can be 007 again. Okay, I do have enough. Barely. I'm going to end up with part of a stack here. Yep, I guess slightly more than a stack. Okay, so this ceiling is complete other than that one block there. Maybe I'll plan on seeing that movie. Either that one or there's also the new Addams Family movie. One or the other I might see tomorrow. What was I getting? Oh yeah, I was getting brick. At the end of the last video, I started some stone cooking, some cobble cooking. And it looks like a good chunk of it's done. I'm going to refill this lava. I don't have an automatic lava farm. Wouldn't be terribly difficult to make one, but I don't have one. I also find something weirdly satisfying about draining these lava lakes. You know, this used to be lava right here, and now it's drained 2 levels lower than that. And I'm starting, you know, this was the level of the lava. And I'm starting to drain another level beyond that. Ooh, some coal. In a mature world, I don't use very much coal. Pretty much just for torches. Normally I'd sleep inside the house here. The reason I'm not going to, I'm going to head out here and do it, is that since it's dark, I'm going to put some scaffolding up and see what the roof looks like from a distance. Uh-huh. Huh? Okay, so similar to what we saw. And I guess I'm going to assume that the reason it's like that is those little holes see, I've got to remember, not everybody would have seen the last video, even though for me it ended half an hour ago. Anyway, the stone behind all of these armor stands doesn't mesh up perfectly with the slabs. And so there a little bit of light gets through, I'm guessing, is what's going on there. All right, so I did think about above these columns like this is quartz, about taking it out, replacing it with white concrete because it's almost the same, and realize it's smooth quartz. I can't turn it back into, specifically, I can't turn it into pillars. I don't think I can reach the ceiling from here. No, so let's go up one more. It's really dark in the middle of this. Inside this masonry part, I can definitely put some lights, probably some hanging lights, lanterns hanging from chains. Ooh. I don't know how I forgot that one. I'm also not sure how I'm going to get in there. Oh, yeah, I am. You may have noticed me trying to place scaffolding. Well, since these are slabs, bottom half slabs, you can't put scaffolding on top of that. As I unfortunately keep discovering. Although I guess I could have put scaffolding on the inside. Oh well. I also thought you could put scaffolding on the side of a block and it would fall. Doesn't appear to be the case. Finally, finished watching the third season of Manifest, which I've talked about that show a few times in this series. I was under the impression that this third season was the season produced by Netflix. This isn't probably the way I should have done this. I probably should have gone up 2 more and then done, well, essentially what I'm about to do on what I'm about to do on the level I'm standing on. I should have done that on the level above. Not terribly important. But no, this third season of Manifest was produced for, I believe, NBC. And it just recently got to Netflix. It ends on what you can tell was supposed to be a WTF moment. But I wasn't saying WTF when they got there. And I guess I won't spoiler it. So in any case, I am making the assumption that the season that Netflix commissioned is the 4th season. And I've been told now that the writers originally envisioned a 5-season show. So they got to do some consolidating. Another show that they had to do that, sort of in both directions, really. The 90s show, science fiction show Babylon 5, which, if you've been following TV news, you've heard we're getting a reboot of. The creator envisioned a 5-season show. After 3 seasons, the powers that be weren't sure they were going to be able to get them 2 more. So he squished the 4th and 5th seasons into the 4th season. And then they got him a 5th season after all. So the 5th season is a little scatterbrained. Scatterbrained probably isn't the best word, but But it's hard to divine an overarching arc. I'm going to put an arch in here, I think, and at the other end. Yeah, I'm going to need more. Well, that's not going to be quite enough. Have some stone cooking. We'll start some more, keep some more cooking. Ritz crackers are very buttery tasting. That's not a bad thing. They just are. Where's my silk touch? I bet I put it in the furnace. Other possibility is that it's in that chest of cobble. Huh. Suppose it could be in those shulkers. Really don't remember. The only way I would have accidentally thrown it on the ground is if I pressed Q accidentally. It could well be in the shulkers here. Yep, that's where it is. It's super dark in there. I feel like that's not going to be enough to do the back half of that. It's close. Well, while there's stone cooking, I'm going to do something. Yay, I have 2 extra mushrooms from what I had a minute ago. I have a box labeled feathers. I'm sure you know the only thing you can use feathers for is making arrows. I don't use a bow very much. And let's see where we are. I probably only need about 2 more stacks of stone. I was talking in the last video, I have a bunch of steak, a bunch of pork chops, and even a bunch of fish. Oh, there's 1 stack. Any housekeeping I can do while I'm waiting for stuff to cook? I can't think of any. Let's go ahead and try it with 4 stacks-ish. Maybe. I think I'm going to be going to run out of bricks while I'm doing the very top stack. Or top layer. But that's okay. Stuff is still cooking while I'm doing this. And definitely one stack will finish that off. And I think I'm going to get slabs to finish the... I think I've got a ton of these left. I think they're in boxes. And I'm going to put them on the interior of the... well, the Wikipedia article calls it the cella. Maybe it's cella, but C-E-L-L-A, like cello, but with a A instead of an O. Sort of odd to me that from the outside you don't see the interior cella. that good, or should that be lower down? I mean, if it should be lower down, I got to go get more stone. It's probably fine. I got to go get more stone anyway for the other side. I feel like in the picture, this room was not wider than it is tall. Or whatever, wider. This room was not wider this way than it was back from the door. No, I guess it is. And just plan on 4 pillars inside, and then however many pillars this works out to be. Being that they're just 1 by 1 pillars and not these 2 by 2 pillars. This is actually sort of cool looking. Well, it'd probably be better looking in the light, but cool looking, like an arcade of sorts. I wonder if I'm hearing mobs up there. Nope, I was clearly hearing a chicken jockey. Not sure why it spawned in here, but it did. Saw a video online today of dumbest comic book crossovers, and the winner to me was Archie versus the Predator. Archie as in Archie and Jughead and Betty and Veronica versus Predator. You know, I'd tell you who won, but I don't want it to be a spoiler. potato. I don't know why I have a baked potato. Oh, from that chicken jockey, I guess. Well, I do have a crate down below of potatoes. I could throw the baked potato in there. Although, I'm not sure I've eaten a potato in this game. Now I have. And boy, was it delicious. I mean, I like baked potatoes. In real life, I don't like baked potatoes. If I go out and I get a steak, and they, it comes with choice potato, I nearly always do baked. Sometimes loaded baked, but nearly always baked. Well, let's put the seal of this arch in first. Okay, now let's turn everything else into slabs. Still probably won't be enough. I'm trying to imagine a way to do a brazier. A metal pot shaped something like a wok, up on stilts, sort of, that you put a fire in and to light up a room. I want to hang some chains down and do lights out of it, but I think I need to place the interior pillars first. And I don't have enough quartz to do that. So what I'm going to do is pause the video here, go get some more quartz, and finish this video. All right, I'm back, Internet. It's actually a couple weeks later. Well, at least a week later than since I started, since part 2 of this Parthenon build started. And since I recorded the first part of that part 3. You can see I got inspired to do a one-day build back then. The companion cube from Portal. Yeah, I might as well go over that. It was a survival build. It's mostly concrete, except the gray is stone. And something that's not obvious, and will probably surprise some people, is that it's not hollow. The inside I filled up with cobblestone because I don't like voids. But yeah, if you played Portal, the 2007 game, you'll recognize it as the companion cube, the weighted companion cube. There's a level where you have to carry it around with you to finish the level. And so I got the song stuck in my head, and I said, you know what? I haven't played that in a while. I'm going to play it. and enjoyed it. It's still a good game, even though it's 15 years old now, almost. Came out in 07. As I said, the white is concrete, the pink is concrete. There's some purple in there, that's concrete. And you saw when I was doing the ceiling there my super top secret method for producing concrete quickly. Well, today I have not a lot of quartz, but I have some quartz. And so we're going to... I don't know if we're going to have enough to finish the interior of this. But let's start with the small room. Oh, let's kill an Enderman because we can. I bet it's carrying mycelium, so we're going to get a piece of mycelium whenever it comes back to kill us. Which it's not going to do, apparently. All right, this smaller room, in the image I have of the Parthenon, 4 big columns, roughly the same distance apart. We're going to make, even though they look like they're slightly smaller than these, I'm going to make them the same size as these. And it's just a matter of placing them. Some of the nether I'm using came from... I finally built an automatic tunnel borer for the nether, and it relies on TNT duplication. Well, let's not do that yet. Oh, you know what I should do before I do that is finish this one off. Oh, yeah. Well, I have these slabs, so let's do this, even though it's kind of cheating. Okay. When I say cheating, I don't really mean cheating. I mean, that it's just a way to place a, make it easy for us to jump up there. I didn't bring a bed with me. Anyway, a lot of this quartz, I think I started saying, a lot of this quartz came from, I finally built a automatic tunnel borer, which works, but since it relies on TNT duplication, is very prone to messing up. And I just had the second time it messed up. And now I'm very frustrated by the thing, and I'm leaving it alone for a while. I may try to rebuild it, but not today. I also replayed Assassin's Creed Revelations. I don't have a year on that game, but About 2010. Because it was the last one before Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3, I know, came out in 2012 because 2012 is a big plot point. I've never finished Assassin's Creed 3. But the opening exposition, you know, previously on Assassin's Creed. Yeah, if you weren't familiar at all with the backstory on Assassin's Creed, you would be stymied by what they give you in Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I need some light in here. What I'm going to do is build a couple of braziers. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. I think I'm going to use copper. And campfires. The reason I played Assassin's Creed Revelations is because it is set in Constantinople, aka Istanbul, around 1540. And if my next build is going to be the the Hagia Sophia as I plan it to be. All right, so I want 2 bases, 8 stairs. I'm gonna need a stone cutter. Also gonna need a bunch of honeycombs. And I don't remember how to build a campfire. 3 logs, a coal, 3 sticks. Okay, that's easy enough. I actually think I want 2 more coppers than that. Well, I can use regular pieces of copper. Oops. No, wait, I can still fix that. There's going to be 2 blocks of copper you mostly can't see. So I don't mind if they rust. All right, so 6 logs. Let's use dark. No, let's use spruce because that's easy to get. 2 coals. And 6 sticks, which is almost all my sticks. Sleep while I'm in the house. Look at you stealing my bed, you. I don't even think that's that villager has a job. Yeah, he's a nothing villager. Because I don't, my end portal isn't blocked off. I have a few villagers who've wandered into it and are walking around the end now. And somebody who wasn't me put a lectern in the end. So that one of them is a librarian. But the others are nothing, and they're wandering around being nothing. And somebody could decide to turn him into a librarian, but nobody seems to have yet. Now, do I want the brazier? I think I want a back one. If I could stick the campfire on a slab, I would do that. I suppose I could put slabs on top of the stairs. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's make one on this side first, though. Maybe I want slabs going all the way around, though. Well, I'm going to make slabs going all the way around. I may not use them. All right, I'm curious on the F3 screen. Looking on the left edge where it says current light level. And under present rules, absolutely there are spots where mobs can spawn. Yeah, these 4 blocks in particular are light level 2, which is pretty dark. But once 1.18 comes out, any light at all will prevent mobs from spawning. And so 2 is greater than 0. So what did I say I was going to need? 16 slabs. I feel like we might have enough to do the front, enough quartz to do the front section. Oh, I have honeycomb. Honeycomb. Yeah. It's not small. No. Yes, I understand you have to be a certain age to even remotely get that reference. Ack, my coffee's empty. I've seen a version of the TNT-based tunnel borer where it doesn't rely on TNT duplication. You're supposed to feed it to the TNT yourself. I don't kill enough creepers that I have that ready a source of TNT. Okay, I kind of like that. Let me try just on the outer edges and see how I like it. No, I like the other one better. Maybe there should be half stairs in here, but I sort of like this better. You know, the whatever, the 3/4 stairs, I guess. Yeah, that's reasonable. Still kind of dark back here, still kind of dark up here, but unless I put some glowstone or something... Oh, I could do that. Put some glowstone in there and then a painting over it. Not going to, but I could. Forgot I didn't finish the floor in here. What am I going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4... No more than 4 stacks of these. Thinking the Hagia Sophia goes over there. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It might be Hagia Sophia. The way you say it in Turkish, in modern Turkish, is something like Hagia Sophia, which suggests that the G is more Hagia than Haya. The Wikipedia is not clear on pronunciation. Although I suppose I could look on Wiktionary. They have it with a hard G. If it was a J sound, it would, I think on there it would be, they don't use a J. A J means something else. A J is like in the German, ja. And then I don't remember what they use for the Y. Like our Y is in yes. Okay, now, oh, that's the ceiling of the Hagia Sophia. Looks like there was scaffolding in there when whoever took this picture. Okay, looks like that one should just be a little brick nub sticking out. And then 10 columns back and 5 across. So I don't think we're going to get 10. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do this side. Oh yes, now we have the problem of there isn't a center pillar. There's no way to do this correctly and get a center pillar. Which leaves the possibility of doing it incorrectly. What if I put one every other? Is that going to work? No, not at all. What about every third? Oh, that would work. Okay, that's what we're doing. That also gives us 5 across the way we're quote unquote supposed to. All right, I need to go get some stone brick for that. The reason I'm not going all the way to the ceiling is there's going to be, I believe it's called a lintel running across the tops of all these pillars. And it looks like I will have enough quartz. I probably don't if I was going to make this all quartz around the top of this, but I'm going to cheat it. not positive that's going to be enough. What do I need? I need 40. It's going to be almost enough. Make one more stack of it. Wait. No, I want 32 of each. Wrong room again. I'm kind of wondering if that'll fill up by the time 1.18 comes out. I think 1.18 is going to break that glow ink farm. It's almost day, but I'm going to sleep anyway. Looks like that guy's got a job now, or it's a different guy. If it's not obvious, one thing about this carpet, and most of the carpets in this house and that house, is that there's some sort of light under it. Sea lanterns or glow shrooms. Is that what you call them? Whatever they're called, I forget now. Oh yeah. I got to turn this into hard concrete. Glowstone. Back in my day, all we had was glowstone for stuff like that. That's one of those be careful what you wish for, because you can go back to before that and there wasn't even the nether. There was no glowstone. Oh, and I'm going to need some scaffolding. Oh, they're all going to work. In theory, there should be 2 of every kind of villager. In practice, sometimes they wander off. You know, this door doesn't close. And they can go downstairs and wander into the end. Or into the nether, although that doesn't happen as much. And so the ones that are farmer villagers in there, they do have a couple of small farms. Oh yeah, walk back again. I'm going to run this time because I forgot something again. Stone brick. You only need about 20, but I don't think I have that many. Nope, I don't have many. Let's make half a stack. Turn the running booch back on. I've never made a beacon in this game. If I did, the effect I usually put on it is speed. Okay. Nuts. I want an inner ring of deniability. The reason I'm doing this weird is because I'm going to cover this. And so the only part of the pillar you'll see is this bottom. It's weird that this is sort of finickiness of placing blocks. Is weirdly one of the things I enjoy about Minecraft. Like placing all the concrete blocks on the companion cube build, a lot of people would have found very stressful. I found it weirdly relaxing. I think I'm going to need the extra scaffolding is all I'm doing. Guess I didn't. Okay. I want to get a bunch of paintings now. Oh no, I'm going to need that. So how many am I going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that side. And then the corners, I don't think I can do... Oh, maybe I can. Well, in any case, I need 26 paintings. Oh, wait, wrong way. Oh, and I'm going to do something that lets me put away some of the blocks I have here. This shows kind of an altar here. I'm gonna steal that idea. That's a good height, I think. I'm going to hang lanterns. So there isn't a center. So either 2 rows or 4 rows. So I guess 2 probably. Oh, I did again. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm going to check as long as I'm over here? Yay! Is... I should have done this in the light, but when I was building the companion cube, I was close enough to the creeper farm there that I saw a lot of I saw several creepers, which implied a lot more spawned and fell to their deaths in there. And but I've never checked how much. Probably about doubled how much gunpowder is in there. Anyway, I think I started saying earlier, I've seen a different version of the tunnel driller that didn't rely on duping TNT. And I don't even really remember the formula for TNT. Is it 6 paper and 3 TNT or something like that? But even if I use all that up, that extends the tunnel, and then what? We're going to get a bunch of wool. The reason I surrounded this with... Okay, I don't know why that is not a log. But anyway, the reason I surrounded that with logs is so that the mycelium didn't overtake the farm. You can see some of the sheep aren't getting sheared anymore because I ran out of shears. But most of the colors, the box is completely full anyway. I think the exception is green because I use so much of it in the lawn of the interior of the lighthouse at Alexandria. And in fact, as long as I'm at the base, I'm going to make 4 more shears for that. Just for the green. Most worlds I see, people use signs to do this now. Put an actual picture of what's in the box in an item frame. I said signs. I use signs. Most people don't use signs for this now. So that can go away. Stone brick. Stone brick slabs. White wool I want to keep. So 26, and every 8 of them uses a stack of sticks. So I need 4 stacks of sticks. So I need half of this. And let's make 4 shears. And I don't remember the formula for a chain. Nugget thing, nugget. Nuggets, ingot nugget. And not sure exactly how many chains I need. More than that. Probably more than that. Probably going to have 6 hanging lights. Each one is going to need to hang. Whole ceiling, floor to ceiling is, well, now 11.5 high because about the floor is slab. So let's say I want at least a 3.5 gap. Leaves 8, 1 for the lantern. 7 times 6, 42 chains. So 25. There are 42 chains. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I can fix it. And then and I've got all the paintings I need. Okay. Oh, I do need some of those slabs back. And I miss sleeping, but it's just getting light. Nice thing about carrying a clock with me. Sun's coming up over there. Phantoms do spawn in this biome, if you're curious. Oh, missed a spot. Is that another spot I missed? So I need 2 concrete, 2 pillars, 3 pillars. Did I do this weird? 3, 2, 2, 2. I did it weird. Huh. Huh. There's nothing I can do about it. It's going to have to be lopsided somehow. Yeah, if I do what I intended to do in the first place and do 3, 3, 3, then it's not. It's 3, 3, 4. So I guess I'm leaving this lopsided. Well, okay, so I need 1 pillar, 2 pillars, or 3 pillars and 2 white concretes. Don't know how I made those mistakes. Sure, well, you watching it, I'm sure you noticed it. This is not where my concrete is. This is where my concrete is, this is where my terracotta is, and I should switch them, because I think of this as the soft stone room, and this is the hard stone room. Soft stone being things like sand and dirt. And I don't know about you, but I would consider concrete to be a pretty hard thing. Another YouTuber I watch sometimes was talking about a random build he was doing. And he specifically did circles. Or does an odd number in his circles and stuff. Because he has the same problem I just had. Okay, I wondered about that. Could I put the two paintings in the corners like that? I didn't know, and now I do. The real Parthenon. This was one continuous sculpture. Huh. I guess I need one more. Oh yeah, because I put the single wide ones in the corners here. I do need one more. And historians, archaeologists aren't entirely sure what the picture was, even though some of it has survived. Throwing that wool away because there's not much else I can do with it. Okay, now I need to think about these lights. That's 6. That's 7. Feel like that's too low. That's better. I also feel like there should be one closer to the door. So I'm going to kill this torch and this torch. And did I drop a lantern? I did. All right, now here's something I don't know. If I break this top chain, no, the rest of it floats. Now I know. But if I break, but a lantern won't float, but a chain will float. Okay, that's weird. Okay. And the one at this end, I want, I think, also just to the right of the scaffolding. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means just to the right of this pillar is the midpoint. So there. That's a mistake. I want it even with this pillar. I don't know what happens if I put a chain next to a chain. Nothing, that's what happens. Okay, that's better. Oh, this one's lower one. Okay. Kill a couple torches over here. Now I'm curious about the light levels again. 3, 2, 1. So the corners are actually at a light level 1. And I don't know if that corner is close enough to the ocean biome that it'll spawn mobs. So to the right of this pillar, meaning there. And then on this pillar, so to the right of this scaffold, and then same thing to the right of this scaffold. I don't remember if I said in the earlier part of this video. Finally got a chance to see part 3 of Christopher Nolan's Batman series, The Dark Knight Rises. As far as I know, Netflix has never had part 3. what's the light back here? Ooh, 0 in this corner. So a couple spots of 0 back here. I think I'm going to use some brick walls. Well, I'm going to experiment a bit. I'm going to try something. How to get a lamp sticking out of a wall. Well, one idea I have is, can you rig up a lightning rod to be a wall sconce? I don't think so, but maybe. Okay, so where's it? I guess that wooden wall over here is a good place to experiment. So if I want I want a lightning rod. Actually, I think I want more. So if we stick it out to the side and then put a lantern on top. Okay, we literally can't. Yeah, we literally can't. What about... All right, I kind of like that. Is a copper wall a thing? Doesn't look like it. Maybe it is at a stone cutter? I'm going to need some copper blocks for that. By the way, I think the answer here is no. They're going to turn out not to be a thing. No. Although, just to satisfy my curiosity, let's try sticking some cut copper in there. No. I wonder if you can get that back if you smelt that, if it turns back to copper. Speaking of smelting, I do have a bunch of copper cooking up here from my last mining trip. Oh, I guess it's done. So I want 2 more lightning rods. Unfortunately, it just turned morning, so even though it's raining, I can't sleep. I don't think it matters. I don't think it uses those first, but I mean, you can see how little durability they still have. By the way, that is not a mob that shows you that, or a mod that shows you that. F3 and some side letter tells you, it gives you that information. All right, so I was going to put some sconces back here. And if the light level is there, then I want... Yeah, that's what I want. So this goes here. Not entirely sure what I think about that Batman movie, Dark Knight Rises. Oh, interesting. I think I want these two. Well, wait, there's 2 spots where the light level's 0, right? 2, 2, 3, 2. So I want it here. I feel like the corners should have fountains or something, but that's not historical, so I'm going to leave it. It's more obvious that's not correct over here. I feel like a thing I could do is turn this into like a room. Huh. Let's go get 2 slabs. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to turn that into a room there. I could. It's ahistorical in the sense that we don't know for sure that there was a room there. But we also don't know that there wasn't. As long as I built it out of wood, nobody could say, hey, nobody made we have no archaeological evidence of a room there. Because if it would, of course we would. All right, I want... I'm lining up for a screenshot. I think that's good. Okay, we're going to call this a video. Don't know when I'm going to get it up, but the next plan is the Hagia Sophia. And that'll go over there. And until then, we'll see you next time, Internet. Have fun.